Hey guys, morganslv here. Today's date 10/14/2010. Right back in the metals. Silver, spectacular day. 24.77 up 62 cents. Gold 13.82 up $6. You know, I don't know. Just checking my pulse, you know, day to day, and just riding out this bull market like the rest of you guys. You know, I want to go into just a couple of things. You know, the quantitative easing, you know, that they're getting ready to probably unleash on us once again. I'm just going to kind of go over what I understand about that. You know, it's when the Fed buys stuff, okay? It's when they print the money and buy things and put it on their balance sheet. And what happens is that it obviously increases the money supply. And so anytime that happens, you know, we're gonna get an effect in our metals, right? As the currency continues to get debased, you know, that's what's going to happen. And you know, so that's good for us. It's good for us that are staying prepared, staying on the cutting edge information that we can come up with, you know, as far as studying on YouTube and cracking those books and looking at history, right? 1980, our monetary base was $220 billion. When you took a look at the gold reserves at 261,500,000 and divided that 1980 number as far as our monetary base goes, you get that expected high of $850, which is about what it traded at. I think it was 843 or something like that, or 847 I think was the high for gold. So it was almost exact. In other words, for about a year or so, or for that year, we could have went back on the gold standard. We had enough gold to cover all the dollars in existence because it'd been bid up to cover all the dollars, right? Well, recently we had a spike, obviously, in our monetary base, and you know, you're going to get the same effect. The bottom line is this: let's take a company for instance. I used to work for PG&E. You know, when they do a stock offer, you know, when they increase the number of stocks out on the street, what does that do to your stock? At least temporarily, you know, it takes a hit because it's devalued. Now there are more stocks chasing the same amount of prospective buyers, and it drives the price down, at least temporarily. Now, PG&E obviously was doing very well back in the 80s. And so basically what I have here, recently we have a spike in the monetary base because we keep printing money. So you get the same effect as when a company releases more stock. It dilutes the existing stock. That makes sense, right? Right now, our monetary base is $2.3 trillion. Okay? If you use the same math as we did in the previous example, that gives you $8,700 an ounce gold. Okay? My fantasy is that silver's going to go to 10 to 1. You know, how do you like me now, right? So there's a lot of talk that it's going to, you know, pass gold for a short period of time. I don't know. I know that I'll be out of the game. I expect to be out of the game way before the top, before the blow off, right? But the bottom line is, you know, all I can tell you guys is study up, keep a cool head, don't freak out. You know, ease up on the I told you so's. Even my greatest doubters, you know, have to grab a tissue when they look at their portfolio, their stock portfolio or whatnot. You know, if it's mainly in you know, their IRA or their you know, most people don't pay attention to their investments until they have to. And unfortunately, when you wait that long, you could get a big surprise, right? And let's face it, if you're in an average mutual fund or something like that, the surprise is probably not going to be what you're looking for. And unfortunately, you'll be out of time to replenish that. I have talks with people who are in their 60s, late 50s, 60s, telling me, well, it'll all come back. And I'm all, yeah, like in a couple of decades, right? So, bottom line is just study up. Da Vinci, J15, Silver Futurist, Peter Schiff, Mike Maloney, you know, Robert Kiyosaki. I still haven't read that book, Good to Great, yet. I haven't been out to the bookstore to pick that up. I just actually grabbed a copy of the Constitution last night, and I'm pretty embarrassed to say that, you know, I haven't looked at that in years since I had to pass tests on it in 8th grade. You know, that was in 1978. That's kind of shame on me. So I'm kind of going through that. I'll probably have a little commentary on that my next video. There's another guy that I'm kind of bringing in the fold here. His name is Arthur Robinson Jr. Once again, Arthur Robinson Jr. He has a pretty neat channel. He has a pretty neat website. What he does is he interviews top-notch players. In other words, he's interviewed David Morgan. He's interviewed Mike Maloney. I spoke to him about interviewing a guy by the name of Art Williams, who used to run a company called A.L. Williams, which was big in insurance, and you know, a company that I used to work for, and it was good at the time. It was a great company. You know, he interviews top-notch players in many different genres of life, and so you're going to be starting to see some video responses of him. And do me a favor, just give him a peek, because I think you're going to like what you see. He's a real professional guy. He's a nice person. I'm happy to have made his acquaintance. You know, we're looking forward to being able to meet face to face one day. But meanwhile, I'm going to go ahead and see if I can't give him a leg up, get him some more views on some of his videos, and he does a fantastic job. I think you'll be impressed. And once again, his name is Arthur Robinson Jr. Take a look at that guy. Anyway, I'll have more information on him in the future, and let's just ride this bull market together, guys. Morgan SLV out.